yesterday we started carboxylic acids, and in that I was given some classification of carboxylic acids, and especially those dicarboxylic acids I was given as OMS gap, Ohm's gap. Okay, so this I was given here only two COOH groups, oxalic acid, COOH, CH2COOH, and here you have a succinic acid. So succinic acid CH2COOH and CH2COOH, and glutaric acid, 3CH2 groups you will have, CH2COOH and CH2 and CH2COOH, like that. And from succinic acid and glutaric acid, two more acids we will write actually. So succinic acid, from that at one of the CH2 group, if you have OH instead of one hydrogen, if you have OH, that is called malic acid. What that acid is called? Malic acid. Malic acid means like this now, CH and OH and COOH and CH2COOH. If this OH group is not there and CH2, it will be, that is succinic acid. So instead of one hydrogen, if you have one OH at this particular carbon, that is called malic acid, because they'll ask you maybe formulas for acids and which of the following is malic acid, or by giving this that acid name, like that they'll ask you. And one more I'll give you here, tartaric acid. What is that? Tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is very simple. Here you have one, this particular carbon you have OH, and here also if you have OH, that is called tartaric acid. So what will be the tartaric acid now therefore? And CH and OH and CH and OH and COOH and COOH. Got it, sir? This is tartaric acid. And one more I will give you, that is malic acid and fumaric acid. See, malonic, malic, malic. See, don't get confused. First malo, upper, malo, male. Okay, malo, first one, this one, malonic acid. Next, malic. Next, malic, down. Okay, malic acid means here you have succinic acid, remove two hydrogens, and that will be in a cis form, and CH, double bond CH, and here you have COOH and COOH, and you have HH here. See, hydrogen you have, and here you have hydrogen, and H and H. And this is what form? Cis form. What understood? Succinic acid, remove two hydrogens, you have a double bond here. Okay? So COOH and COOH upside, and this is called cis. Okay? So cis form of this acid is called malic acid, and in this itself you have one more, that is fumaric acid transform. That is what? Fumaric acid. That is C double bond C and COOH and COOH and H and H. This is called transform. If you want IUPAC names, how they will ask questions? What is the IUPAC name of malic acid? Malic acid IUPAC name, what they'll ask like that. Then cis you have to use. And IUPAC name, when they are asking, you have to give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Malic acid IUPAC name I am writing, and this one 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bute, 4 carbons, no? So that's why bute. 2E 1, 4 dioic acid. 1, 4 dioic acid. That is the IUPAC name of malic acid. Malic, malonic, difference. Don't get confused. Malonic means this one, M, C, COOH, CH2COOH. That is called malonic, malic. Okay, so malic is a cis form of this but 2 in 1,4 dioic acid. But the same here, fumaric acid means same name here, but trans but. Right, trans I said I have no common sense, waste paper, no, right? Shit. Transform, no, here, sorry. And here you have H and here you have COOH. Sorry, sir. So transform of, so same we will write name, trans but 2 in 1,4 dioic acid. Suppose if they ask what is the IUPAC name of malic acid? Only malic acid. Then you have to use like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Understanding numbering? With a different color I will write numbers. 1, 2, and this is the third carbon and this will be a fourth carbon like that. So what is the name of this malic acid? Very important, that's why I am spending this much of time here. So they'll ask you names. So malic acid, IUPAC name is 2-hydroxy. The second position you have OH, that is hydroxy. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So butane 1,4 dioic acid. Because at second carbon, why you are saying second carbon, sir? This is also COOH now. 1, 2, 3 you write. For substituents even we should give a least number possible here. This is also COOH. So if you start from here, 1, 2 coming, this is also COOH, least number for COOH, sure. So 1, 2, 3 coming, so which is better? 1 and 2 is better according to lowest sum rule. So in that way we have to give numbering. So OH and COOH, among them, the COOH has highest priority. So COOH as a functional group we are writing dioic acid. OH, it is not alcohol, it's a alcoholic group only, it's not functional group. Because COOH has highest priority. So this OH will be hydroxy here. So 2-hydroxy butane 1,4 dioic acid. This is called malic acid, and here even tartaric acid, if they ask IUPAC name, and we have no need to worry about that, same story, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 2-hydroxy here, 2, 3 dihydroxy you have right, remaining same, butane 1,4 dioic acid. What is that? 2, 3 hydroxy, 2, 3 hydroxy, butane 1,4 dioic acid. Here but 2 in malic and fumaric, cis and trans form. Okay, CM, cis form, CM, chief minister like that. Cis form is a malic acid and trans form is a fumaric acid. Here see how to identify fumaric, malic, fumaric, but simply direct malic, this one. Malonic, that is different. Okay, this one. And from glutaric acid itself, we have one more acid that is called citric acid. IUPAC names they'll ask you. That's why today I am giving all these IUPAC names as well as their commercial names. So citric acid, if you see here, CH2COOH and CH2 and here CH2COOH. Sir, I think you became mad and both you same written. Just here only you have, here you have 2 hydrogens in glutaric acid. So there you just remember one is OH and one is COOH if you written, that is called citric acid. So what is the difference between this glutaric acid and citric acid? At this middle carbon, both hydrogens are replaced by OH as well as COOH. If they ask citric acid, IUPAC name, even you have to say like this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 like this. Here carboxy we have to use. 1, 3, 5 we have so trioic acid. Okay, like that we have to say citric acid. Understanding? So here, sir, then why you was not given number to this carbon means long chain possible you have to take or not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you have to say. Okay, so very important. So these are about some classification of some dicarboxylic acids, but here citric acid comes under tricarboxylic acid. They'll ask you question, which of the following is a tricarboxylic acid? Citric acid is a tricarboxylic acid. Understood? And here this all comes under dicarboxylic acids with different substituents or else unsaturated. They'll ask you one question here, which of the following is unsaturated dicarboxylic acid? So one of the option they will give malic acid or else fumaric acid they will give you. And some aromatic also you can have like this. This is called benzoic acid, C6H5 and OH and C6H5 and COOH is directly, what is this? Benzoic acid. Okay, C6H5 OH and you know this CHO, salicylaldehyde. So instead of aldehyde group, if you have COOH, that is called salicylic acid. What is that? Salicylic acid. The same, two COOH groups is there, that is called phthalic acid. Okay, so I will give you at the time of aromatic also. So please have a screenshot or else pause the video and write down this. Very important. Okay, so now we will discuss about the next some IUPAC names of particular acid derivatives. Who are the acid derivatives? I told you already, if OH is replaced by, in COOH, if OH replaced by halogen, that is oil halide. Okay, and OH replaced by NH2, that is amide, like that. See, suppose, now I will write here, acid derivatives. See, oil halide, ethanoyl halide, okay. So YOL, oil halide, okay, alkanoil halide, okay. So here carboxylic acid means you have RC double bond OH. So this OH is replaced by some groups like that. So RC double bond X. So X here. So I told you fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Why I am giving? Just to say names like that. Suppose CS3 and here you have OH and here you have CH and CH2 and C double bond O Cl you have. So what is the name of this? So you have to give numbering 1, 2, 3 and 4. Blue color numbering, sir. So here you have this C double bond O here is called functional group. So oil chloride. So at third carbon OH you have, this is also actually functional group, but among these two this has highest priority. So COCl is a functional group and OH will be substituent. So what you can write here, 3 hydroxy, how many carbons total? 4. So butanoil, okay, YOL, butanoil. Okay, oil. So here YO butanoil added. OYL. Butanoil, okay. So butanoil chloride here, like this. Anything else like this only you will write. Next, second one, IUPAC names means alkanoil, OIL, oil halide. Okay, simply oil halide. And second one, amides. Very simple. R C double bond O NH2. But this is actually a primary amide. Actually, this is. They'll ask you primary amide, secondary amide differences. So primary amide means here nitrogen you have. Nitrogen has 2 hydrogens, so primary amide. So this one NH, one of the hydrogen replaced by other alkyl group, that is secondary amide. What is that? Secondary amide. And R C double bond O N R and R. This is nitrogen has one carbon primary. Nitrogen has two carbons. Alkyl means that is also carbon group only. Na? So secondary amide, and this will be a tertiary amide like that. What is this? Tertiary amide. If they are asking names like this, suppose CH3 and CH2 and here CH, suppose some NH2 group is there, and C double bond O NH, okay, and here you have simply you have NH2. So which you have to consider? C double bond O NH2. This is amine functional group. But C double bond O NH2 is called amide, that is having highest priority. You can check the priority groups, COOH after acid derivatives only. So this is the functional group, and this NH2 group will be like a substituent. So then why this is also NH2, no sir, why this is not a substituent? Because this NH2 attached to C double bond O. So C double bond O NH2 combinedly called amide, CONH2. Got it? So now IUPAC name, if they ask 1, 2, 3 and 4 numbers. Okay, this is not a bond, number 1, and this is 2, okay, and 3, and this will be 4 here. So what you call this? 2-amino butane, okay, butanamide, that's it. But if this nitrogen has one alkyl group, that alkyl group you have to write before this root word. Suppose if they given 5 carbons like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6 I written, okay, no problem. And NH you have, and here some C2H5 given. So this is functional group actually. C double bond O NH is the functional group. Now this C2H5 is the substituent for which attached to nitrogen actually. Okay, so what you have right? Suppose here you have some chlorine or bromine like that, but still you have to give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. So 4 bromo. For nitrogen you have ethyl. So N-ethyl hexanamide. Difference understanding? Why N-ethyl written? Because this ethyl group not attached to carbon. This ethyl group attached to nitrogen. That's why you written 4-bromo and N-ethyl hexanamide you written. Amides, IUPAC names I am telling important, they'll ask you, that's why. So here I will give you one more. See this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and C double bond O and NH, and here you have a methyl, and here also you have a methyl. This is methyl and CH and CH2 and CH2 and CH2, that's it. And now you have this compound and they are asking name. So will you give number to this? No. C double bond O NH is a functional group. So this carbon is the highest priority because C double bond O NH is amide. So you have to start numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Otherwise 6 here. Because one of them don't say dimethyl. 5 dimethyl if you are saying no. Long chain we have to prefer no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upper side or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the long chain or not, tell me. So now this methyl will be substituent. See how I will write name for this. So 5 methyl I am writing. 5th position methyl I am writing. Next I am not writing root word because this nitrogen has a methyl. Correct? This methyl is attached to whom? Nitrogen. So N-methyl I will write. N-methyl why I written? Tell me. This is methyl and this is also methyl. Dimethyl I can write now. There is a difference. This methyl attached to carbon, but this methyl attached to nitrogen. That is the difference. So 5-methyl, N-methyl why I already understood? This methyl attached to nitrogen. So N-methyl. Now I will write hexanamide. Why I written like that, understood? So these are the names about acid derivatives of Mr. alkanyl halides and amides. Okay, so next you have pause the video and write down screenshot. So next we have to discuss a few more acid derivatives. What are the few more acid derivatives? Let's see. Okay, so those acid derivatives are esters. Do you remember esters? Esters and anhydrides we have. Okay, just esters enough actually. So esters, anhydrides means simply anhydrides we will use by giving numbers. So here esters. R, C, double bond O, you have some OR here. Suppose here you have CH3 and CH2 and CH2 and C double bond O, CH3 or C2H5. So for oxygen, what alkyl group you have, that you have to write first. So simply we will write like this: alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. Which alkyl group this one? The alkyl group which attached to oxygen. That we have to mention first. Few people will confuse. Methoxy. So alkoxy butane. Butanoic acid. Butanoate. Like that they will say. No, O8 we have to use. So this is called O8 group. COO is called O8. So CH3 is a methyl. So what is the name of this compound? So methyl. How many carbons? One. Okay, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So butanoate. Methyl butanoate. Because this methyl group attached to oxygen. Suppose if they given more carbons like this and some substituents are there, and C double bond OC2H5 was given here. Whatever the group, phenyl group given, phenyl write down, C6H5 given suppose. C6H5, phenyl. Understood? But numbering is from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Even you have some OH here, hydroxy, that's it. So 4 hydroxy, this oxygen has phenyl. So phenyl means here numbering not required. One phenyl like that don't write because this phenyl attached to oxygen, that's the meaning. So 4 hydroxy, phenyl. See alkyl, alkanoate now. So alkyl group is phenyl here. Alkanoate means 6 carbons. So alkanoate. So hexanoate, O8. So 4 hydroxy, phenyl, hexanoate like this. Okay. Anhydrides means you have idea already. So I was given also in previous how to write names for that. Anhydrides. Anhydride means RC double bond OC double bond R. Okay. So if you have acetic anhydride, ethanoic anhydride, like that we use. Suppose like this CH3, C double bond O and O, C double bond O and CH3 is the given. This is acetic anhydride we call it. It's a common name actually. Acetic anhydride actually. But IUPAC names we cannot give continuation. 4 carbons. Butane anhydride. No. Ethane anhydride. Like that we have written. Only 2 carbons we have to mention because same only repeat that side also. Okay, anhydride like that we will write. Okay, ethane anhydride. So simply acetic anhydride. Mostly anhydrides they won't ask anything. Up to this esters they'll ask you importantly. So hope you written all these things. Thank you very much. And next we have to discuss about isomerism of these carboxylic acids. So what type of isomerism possible? Isomerism. So carboxylic acids like CH3, COOH if you see and HCOOCH3. I think you became maths, right? I think you written ulta, that's it. Are you thinking like that? I'll write structure so that you can understand. See this. CH3, C double bond O, OH. This one. You just written like image or mirror image. So that's it. Are you thinking? No, completely different. CH3COH here, HCOCH3 means HC double bond O, OCH3. See the difference? This methyl group position you see. Here methyl group attached to carbonyl. Here methyl group attached to oxygen. So like this is COR, ester is. This is COOH. OHCOO means ester group, OA. I told or not? So this is carboxylic acid, CH3COOH. So it is actually acetic acid. So ester it is. What is this? Methyl formate. Methyl. I told no in previous alkyl alkaloid. That's why I told names. So for oxygen, what group is there? Methyl. One carbon is there. Formate. This is not IUPAC name. Its IUPAC name is methanoate. Methanoate. Why methanoate? This methyl. This is methyl. Methanoate. One carbon only you have. So methanoate. Methyl methanoate. This is ethanoic acid. Acetic acid. So why I given this difference? This is called ethanoic acid. Difference. Ethanoic acid. Methyl methanoate. That is the difference. Understanding everyone? So, why I given this? Therefore, you can say esters and carboxylic acids are functional group isomers. Functional group isomers. Not only these actually. Do you remember? Do you know? In previous oxirins I was given. Those also functional group isomers. Actually, in general, carboxylic acids. Second one, esters. Okay, hydroxyaldehydes, and fourth one, hydroxyketones, and oxirins means cyclic ethers. What these are called? Cyclic ethers or hydroxycyclic ethers. Hydroxyoxirins. Hydroxy, not directly cyclic ethers. Hydroxycyclic ethers. These all four are functional group isomers actually. Ethers and carboxylic acids are functional group isomers, and these carboxylic acids as well as esters, hydroxyaldehydes and hydroxyketones and hydroxyoxirins are functional group isomers. Let's see some example here. CH3, CH2, COOH. What is this? Propanoic acid. This one. And see this. CH3, CH2 and CH3, COO, CH3, CH3, COO, CH3. So methyl ethanoate, this one. Okay, so what is this? This is acid, carboxylic acid. This is what? Ester. And along with these three more you can write like this. CH2OH and CH2CHO. This is called hydroxyaldehyde. Maybe this OH here, positional isomers then. So one more, CH2OH and C double bond O, CH3. So these all four are functional group isomers. See, carboxylic acid, ester, hydroxyaldehyde, hydroxyketone, and one more, oxygen, like this. Somewhere you have OH like this. This is called hydroxyoxyrin. Okay, epoxide we call oxirins. Okay, so hydroxyoxyrin, and you have CH2, CHOH, CH2OH. All have same formula. You can check. How many I given? 3. Total 5. Okay, so 5. So see 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, total 5. Okay. So here acid, ester, hydroxyaldehyde, hydroxyketone and oxide, hydroxyoxide. So are the functional group isomers. Okay. And come to next preparations actually. You have tried all these things. What I written here? CH3, COOH actually. Okay. So please note it down all these things. Next we will discuss about preparations of